I don't know, like, for some, like, reason. When the windows, like, up like that, it just felt like the baby was just clawing in my stomach. Then my nose, like, feel like real, like, I don't know, it just felt like I was suffocating. Then it felt like it was hurting my baby. And I don't got no restroom to use the restroom. So that's pretty much how they got me and my baby out here right now. They got us sleeping in the truck. We qualify for HUD. I never should have been arrested. They tried to murder me in the back of the Montgomery County Jail. Ever since I got out, they had put people up to bringing me into their house, trying to say I was a mental patient or trying to say I was crazy, while they was like, basically, some people they were messing with my food, denying me medical care. They still trying to say I'm not pregnant. That's what they tried to say. So they denied us medical care at all the hospitals. They messed with our food. They tried to starve us. They tried to get people to fight us. I qualify for HUD. I haven't seen my son since the day of the shooting. And I'm pregnant. And I've been pregnant. Now they got us sleeping in a truck. And I'm damn near suffocating up in here. But I was at the bus stop, but I went back to file a police report on Bianca because people were trying to have me in the streets. And I just need to show what they did to us. Because we're going to make it through. And I got to get out. I got to pee. So I've been noticing I was holding my pee because I didn't have a way to use the restroom. But I'm finna get out and pee. Because I'll be holding my pee and it's hurting my baby and then suffocating or getting bit up by mosquitoes while other women all in their house and leaving me and my child outside. We've been sleeping in this truck. This is the 4th day. And these women should not have no house. They beating their kids, starving their kids, neglecting their children, drunk, all on drugs. I don't know about the drug part, but I do know a little bit. I heard a rumor, but I don't know for sure. And I believe people are trying to take my baby and have me giving birth outside. They tried to paint me out to be a street walking prostitute. And they tried to keep me from getting the evidence out about my identity. They stole my ID at Lily Moore's house. And so when I tried to get into the shelter, I couldn't go. So they stole my entire identity. And they were swarming around us and chasing me around the country. So I already know they're going to have to pay for it because the Lord had already showed me that he was going to break the power of what they tried to do. I can't hardly breathe in this truck. And if I lay down the window, it's bug, all of that. But God showed me a vision because they left me outside. I don't want to exactly show you. Well, supposedly I was supposed to be murdered. The Most High showed me at James Harris' house. He was praying over me. Like I was in the bed asleep, and James was trying to like provoke me and do stuff and put me out like in the middle of the night. And I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to leave, but God showed me a vision of my dead body outside the next morning. And then He showed me something very special because they wanted to leave me outside by myself to be killed. That the Lord got something very special for me. And at first I didn't really understand, but now I kind of do. Because how could y'all leave me outside all night long to be killed, knowing that I was not guilty in the first place? And these was black people that was doing this. And the white people, the white women in the court, and my sisters is in bed together. That's what God showed me. And they was trying to say I was crazy. So every time I get upset about people messing with my food, or every time I get upset about someone trying to provoke a fight or trying to start a crap to have me on the streets, people were trying to say I was crazy or a mental patient because that was what they was trying to use. Austin is the mental patient, but they are trying to give him my identity. So he's the mental patient. He's the one who's supposed to be on medication from Tri-County. He was the one outside when I first met him, and he needed somewhere to sleep, and I helped him out. That's how I met. That's how I met him. And he's the one who's violent. But people are trying to say that's my identity. So I'm about to get out and use the bathroom. Something was happening when I was in Lily Moore's house in the bedroom where I felt like I was suffocating, or it felt like I was too cold. So, they got the COVID-19 stuff, supposedly, where there really are people who are sick. But then they have this thing where they're trying to make other people sick that's not really sick, so that they can try to quarantine those individuals and kill them. They're doing it to kids. You got women putting fans on their babies and leaving them without no blanket, so they can say that their kids got COVID, so they can be killed. Why? I think it got something to do with some ritual blood sacrifice stuff. Or money. Maybe it's some life insurance involved. I know it got something to do with some sacrifice, demonic stuff. I know. But it's women in this country that want my baby sick. God told me if He didn't have people in certain place, I couldn't even live nowhere in the city. But I done had women trying to pretend to be pregnant around me since I come in at home, since I've been out. When I go to the doctor and try to go to the doctor, I'm supposed to been gave birth to this baby, but people been doing stuff to my body. So I done had women try to come and pretend like they finna give birth to try to claim that I was never pregnant, because it's gonna be repercussions for denying me medical care in the United States. They were swarming around my home with me and my child. And so basically, the fact that I shot my white baby daddy, they trying to pretend like that never even happened. They trying to pretend like I never even existed. They trying to pretend like my baby daddy was black, like some black man. No. Mm-mm. My baby daddy is white. And they supposed to press charges on him for what he did, but they the ones who was swarming around our house and trying to hurt me and my baby too. And they pretty much put him up to doing it to me. So when he got hurt, everybody was mad because their little plan didn't go through to try to harm me and my son in our home. So they done went so far as to deny my pregnancy, take my child from me, take our home, take our transportation, and got us out here with people trying to hurt my child that I'm pregnant with because the DNA gonna prove that it's the white baby daddy baby, which proves they done did all this crap to me. And they done did all this denying me medical care. And I'm pregnant and it's hurting. What they doing? And they did it relentlessly. They knew that I was getting evidence and they kept doing it. They were laughing. It was hundreds of thousands of them swarming around us in their little cars that they done got from the state. People got paid money and gift card and charges drop. Or even listen. Also, they can cover up some stuff from the state for the state. But God have been with me. The Lord have came to me several times, telling me what they was planning, telling me how to overcome their little plots, and just showing me love because I didn't have literally nobody to really just stand up for me. So to me, if nobody couldn't stand up for us, and people still want to try to pick fights and have me and my kids outside, then they didn't really love us. It was only God who was like, she pregnant, and y'all going to hell for what y'all doing to her. He was the only one who was like he was abusing her and her son. And he said that that all my enemies and my lawyer is going to hell. He told me that when they had me in the back of the jail, trying to murder me and poisoning me. Like, I was angry. But when I calmed down, he showed me the lake of burning sulfur and said, I'm going to put her lawyer and all her enemies there. When I calmed down, because I was angry. And every time I get upset about something that people, that they doing, they all try to paint it out like, oh, I'm crazy. So I ain't been like wilding out like that. Girl tried to beat me with a stick and I filed a police report on her. And really I should be in the house, but they was trying to provoke me and start stuff in everybody's house to try to have me outside. And so the police basically is involved, of course. They the ones who kind of behind it all, put everybody up to it. And then they was trying to spy on me and listen to every word I say. And then try to run around like chicken with their head cut off when I'm exposing them. They done did everything to try to intimidate us. I sing, I do music, and they try to keep me from doing music and try and ruin my business and all my income. So I will have to be a victim to them. God showed me the other night that he was very proud of me because I got my Bible and I started praying. And that I trust him because what they doing is wrong, that I don't have no control over the situation. It's rich white women involved and black women who got a little material thing. So, and they got connection, my sisters. So people feel like, well, God showed me they did this before. But he showed me that they were hiding behind furniture that my baby daddy mother had given to me. Like, she didn't buy it. It was stuff that was in her house. And she had given it to me while I was in the apartment raising my son while his dad was in prison. And she over there got the court, like, got people thinking like, oh, she just got all this right to my son, and she got all this right to have me on the streets and to keep me from pressing charges, to keep the police from helping me. And he showed me that they was being real evil. Like, he showed me that it was a wickedness that I ain't never seen before. And they hiding behind some furniture that was in my home, trying to make me out to be some broke, drug addicted prostitute outpatient. Never been diagnosed with a mental illness. Do not take medication. Very intelligent. I spoke with some of the best psychiatrists in the state. No one can diagnose me as having a mental illness because I'm not mentally ill. But when he showed me that they was hiding behind some furniture in the living room, like they over there trying to have me killed, and then trying to use some furniture that she gave me out of her home that she had for years with the dog poo-pooing all over. I had to try to wash that stuff with a towel when she gave it to me. It was old. It used to be Joe's dad's furniture, so it's very old. She over there coming up in the court like, oh, that's enough for you to take my child from me. And I'm the one who took care of him, give birth to him. And that was my apartment. That's what God said. It was her apartment. The vehicle was given to her. He just got out of prison. And everybody in the neighborhood knew he was abusing her because she was calling 911 from the apartment. And she called 911. She had them call 911 in the restaurant where she shot him. So y'all over here trying to have this lady killed with her babies. Because don't nobody want to speak the evidence that the white man needs to go to prison. So when he showed me them hiding behind that furniture, she came into child custody court. Said, oh, I went in her home and took all her stuff out of her house and broke her leash because she shot my son. She done had to call 911 on him several times for abusing her, pulling butcher knife out on her. And I was there. And you got black men, Hispanic men, white women, all these people trying to harm us for him to cover up for a white convict who happens to be my child father. He has several charges for assault, but they trying to make me assault people, and I'm not gonna do that. They charged me with assault and all the charges were dropped. This is from suffocating because I couldn't breathe. And that's what prompted me to make the video, because I gotta pee. You know, they got black women having me come in their house trying to treat me like, oh, you know better. You don't need to come in my house. You too old to come up in my house, take a shower. Don't be stumbling around here talking about your son. We'll beat you in your pregnancy. And I've been being real humble, like, y'all know what's going on. But and trying to provoke me. But I'm not crazy. I'm going to show y'all what I got if I could find it. Because my stomach hurt really bad. I'm very tiny. So some people was trying to starve me to keep me small. But I'm very tiny. Everybody knows that I'm pregnant. And when God showed me, I gotta make this short, I gotta pee. And I'm not finna be using all my juice on this. But when God showed me that how like evil they was being, and trying to hide behind that furniture that was in my home. Like, will y'all see for yourself how good of a mom I was, and that there was nobody there to help me? Not his mother's, not his father. There was no friends. There was no family. It was just me raising my child by myself. I did not want to take that furniture. I told her I'm going to buy my own furniture. She was like, oh, please, please take it. And then over there trying to make it seem like she got right to my property that I was leasing. She co-signed for me, but never, not one day did she sleep in that home. It was me there with my child. So for them to be lying and doing all this manipulating, God told me to press charges because people were trying to say you need to get a job. I have a disability. I can't even barely sit up for too long. I can't walk for too long. I'm pregnant, and it's a complicated pregnancy. So I haven't been given no medical care throughout the entire pregnancy. And so I've actually had people harming it. And that's what's wrong. So when God showed me like them being real wicked, they was like hiding behind that furniture and being evil, like because I shot a gun. And I was wondering like why God showed them being like that evil. But this is why. Cause they sitting back hoping that me and my child die. And that's why he showed me that they so evil. And he showed me that I'm not in trouble. And that people know that I'm not guilty. And he showed me it don't matter what they go into whatever courtroom will say about me. After everything they done did to me, everybody know I'm not guilty. My concern is that they denied me medical care. And all the people that was involved with trying to fight me and starve me and try to claim that they pregnant to try to take my child. All the people that opened up their mouth against me to try to say that I was a mental patient or to try to say that I was disturbing their peace when really they was the ones loud and ghetto and violent, crazy. But God was proud of me because I got my Bible and I just started to pray instead of get angry. And I spoke the truth. I was like, this is wicked. And this is why God have pronounced punishment on this earth. And the people don't like when you say that. The oppressors, the persecutors, they don't like when you say that God is going to punish you. Because as long as there's so many of them and they can gang up together and make sure they get away with their wickedness. They know I can't fight them by myself. I'm pregnant. And even if I, wasn't, who would want to lose their life trying to defend themselves against a bunch of gang members? Because the police is one big gang. And they can get people to do anything for them. And we all know that. So it's just one big conspiracy. Who would want to die trying to defend their children in their country? I don't. I was glad to have made it out of the jail alive. And all charges was dropped. Because I was back there screaming. Because they were doing stuff to my food. And spraying my cell with gas when I was going into labor. And I did go to the hospital. And my pregnancy was confirmed. But they lie about it. And I do not want to lose my life fighting gangs of people. No, it's droll. It's the country. So when you got black women dying and black men dying and their families is involved and everybody, the community's involved, it's a problem when you got one woman who's standing up to all of them. I'm standing up to all of them, but not by myself. In the name of Jesus Christ, in the name of Jehovah, I'm standing up to them. And they don't like that. And I don't care because what they doing is wrong. So they want to talk about, oh, I got a lot of mouth. I don't. I'm speaking the truth. And the other night, I told the truth. And God came to me. And he was proud of me. Because I was like, well, if they're going to kill me because I'm speaking that God going to punish them, that God going to make them pay for what they did, no, I can't make them pay. Sure, he might give me some vengeance at some point. But in the position that I'm in, I don't got, they took my gun. And I'm glad I don't have my gun. Because there's too many people who have tried to harm me that I would have ended up shooting it again. Right back in jail or with them having a reason to shoot me. Knowing good and well that I was protecting myself again. I'm glad I didn't have no gun. I have had to have like a knife. And I almost had to use it. And I'm glad that the girl just left me alone. And that I did not have to use it. And I made the police report. I was on the phone with 911. With girls trying to jump me in their house. While I'm telling them, back up, I am pregnant. And then the 911 operator was trying to kind of make it seem like I was crazy a little bit. But I already know they in on it. Because a white man got shot. And because they been was trying to kill me already and I didn't know. I thought they were just being racist. I didn't know they was trying to kill me. So when he came up in my house doing that to me after he got out of prison, they put him up to it. And I was supposed to be the one hurt. Me and my son. But he ended up being the one to get hurt. And I guess that don't happen. That's not supposed to happen. When they set out to hurt somebody, I guess it's supposed to be that person. But I believe in Jesus Christ and I believe in Jehovah. And I know that it was God that turned it around on him. We was in love. But we in a racist country that tell him it's okay to color abuse me. And I could have ended up dead. Because they want to be racist and demonic and satanic. And he got hurt. He ended up in the hospital. Shot in his leg. And he was hurting my baby. When he got shot, he got hurt in a restaurant. And they tried to get the witness to change his statement. I wonder how much they done probably tried to intimidate him. But they was already having these little meetings at his restaurant. There was racist people over there at his restaurant all the time. And the police will wait in that parking lot and follow me and profile me from the parking lot at his restaurant. So it's crazy and ironic how I went to his restaurant asking for help when my baby daddy was attacking me and my son in the street. And it's crazy how he ended up having to be the one to call 911 when I asked him because he was assaulting us. And it's crazy how he ended up being the one to try to get my baby daddy to stop attacking me and my son. And it's crazy how he had to be the one to write the witness statement that I would defend myself. And that he was not afraid when the gun went off in there. Because he said my baby daddy was being stupid with my baby. And he said he would testify to the truth. But now that I see how much they don't went out their way to try to intimidate my investigator, to try to intimidate me from telling the truth, I say I'm not afraid. And I just read my Bible and said God gonna judge this world. And God said y'all going to hell. And it made him really mad. But the Most High came to me. And he was loving me. It wasn't no demon. It was God. And he was proud of me. Because I could be killed. But I'm still telling the truth that my God is who he is. And he gonna judge everybody that's involved with trying to have me murdered with my little baby. I don't know how many kids I'm carrying. God said something about some twins, but I don't know. I think it might just be one. But I don't know if I would carry a twin the first time. Because Austin's sister talk about, oh, sometimes you still feel baby ghost kicks or something like that. And they was trying to cut me open, and God was like, no, don't let them cut you open. So I gave birth vaginally. And then the women in the neighborhood, one of the women at the Dollar General was like, you still look pregnant after I gave birth. And I was breastfeeding my son. I believe I got pregnant when he got out of the jail, but I don't know because they've been lying about all my medical record. They lying, said I'm not pregnant now. I don't know what's going on. But I know I'm pregnant. And yes, you can feel the baby moving. Several people feel the baby moving. You can see the baby moving. God said he got some real big blessings in store for me. I mean, I was scared, like, and when he came to me the other night, he was just really proud of me, because I got my Bible, and I started reading my Bible, and I believe that made him really proud, and because I told them the truth about themselves, that they was evil, that they was wicked, and that God gonna punish them. And I read my Bible